Hello, Collective, and welcome to your energy reading for the mid-month of June until July. And we're looking into this energy that's been super powerful. For lack of a better word is saying it's sexual energy. It's really seriously powerful sacral chakra energy that's happening right now for a lot of people. And we're going to dive into it. As I've done some readings for people, I'm starting to kind of see the clarity of it. And we will be able to give you some more clarity as well. So we're going to look into the sun, moon, and rising signs of all of those signs right here. I'm going to look through every single sign to see what's going on. And this is a Gemma reading. It will not resonate with every single person, but remember, these energies can be reversed, so assign the roles as you please. If it doesn't resonate with you, you could just take the things that do resonate and leave everything else behind, because it's going to be for lots of different people. But else, if it doesn't resonate with you, you can get a personal reading from me, and that is in the description box down below, my website. You can go ahead and schedule a time with me. And remember that these are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you're brought to this channel, it's reading. And also, we're all on different timelines, and some of us are on multi-dimensional timelines as well, so it gets even crazier, right? So with that being said, you can also check out the video at the end of this video, which is the one I just did. And like I said, and if you like this reading or entertain in some way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This way you get notified as soon as I post something new. So we're going to look into all of them. Okay, so I'm noticing from the readings that I'm doing for people there is some really strong sexual energy going on. People understanding their sexuality. I have friends that like same-sex partners, and they're finding that people who are generally may not have had a bisexual experience or a sexual experience, like they're coming from heterosexual and going into figuring out their sexuality from a standpoint of being together with someone else of the same sex. They're starting to see more and more people are coming to them and basically asking them to explore this. That is just, it's in the energy. So basically what's happening, and you can see it also with the gender stuff that's going on in the news. That makes sense as well. It's very Aquarian energy. So we are in the age of Aquarius, so we're starting to kind of see it right now. There's been a lot of gender confusion. There's been a lot of fluidity in the gender stuff going on. Whether you agree with it or not, it's happening, and you have to understand what is going on and why is it happening. Well, so we're moving from a masculine time and into a more feminine time. That's where you're starting to see more people using their intuition and meditating and doing all these feminine practices. Where we have all learned and been groomed to live in a masculine energy, now we're starting to really explore the feminine side of us. And with that being said, there can be a lot of confusion in that area. Not only that, but when dealing with narcissism, that's a lot that's coming up. You hear it all the time. Narcissist, everything, codependency and narcissism everywhere. And when you're dealing with that, the issue with narcissism is that they were denied by their mother and denied by their father. That's what creates narcissism, and that can cause a lot of confusion in the sexuality as well, because there's a lot of disdain for the male and the female, also disdain for themselves. So there can be a lot of confusion in that area as well, and that can cause a lot of people to try same-sex things, or just even be upset with same-sex things because of that. They get really, really mad and upset. So it doesn't matter where you stand politically on this. You have to understand what's going on because it's happening all around you. So, you have to, what is going on with these people is probably what everybody's kind of thinking, like, what in the world is happening right now? Well, so it's all been kind of boiling up to this point. And the point that we're in right now is a very sexually exploring time period. And that could be either way. So either you could be very, very big with your sexual exploration, or it could be just finding out what intimacy is to begin with. So in the case of somebody who has a narcissistic tendencies, you'll find that they have a hard time with intimacy. And so now those people are trying to learn how to be intimate, And then there are people who are who are already intimate, who are learning about how far they can take their sexuality. So there's just a lot going on in the energy, and this is what it looks like in the energy. This is exactly what the energy looks like right now. And this is male and female, but it could be male and female and female. So we're not taking that out of the equation. Like, we're being very neutral in this channel, because I have lots of people of all different sexualities and gender fluidities and things. So I understand that. And so we're going to kind of look at it in this way. But what I do want you to understand is, so especially if you are gay, you are going to probably notice that you're going to get more and more people who want to explore. Does that mean that they're turning gay? No, it could just mean that they're trying to figure out how far their sexuality goes. Like, who are they in this world, in their sexual experiences? So just, especially I was giving advice to this person today, and I was like, what you could do is just say, hey, I'm open to helping you explore your sexuality. I'm just not really ready to get into any serious relationship at this moment. And that would actually be one of the best things that you can do, unless you're working on intimacy. Now, and that is a huge thing. So it's such a big, broad spectrum of what's going on. Some people are learning their intimacy. Some people are learning like how big they can orgasm. I guess that's really what people are wanting to know. Like, how far can I go? And like, they may have seen people do certain things on websites, like on porn sites and stuff, and they're like, I wonder if I can do that. I wonder if it's possible for me to do that. So there's just so many different aspects to this energy that's happening right now. And so if you're with a partner, you may be exploring that bigger, or just seeing that the way that you were sexual before is different than the way that you're sexual now. And that might be it's just a very good exploration of self and who you are. And I was talking to this person, and I said, so for instance, we'll take women. Some women don't know how to masturbate. They don't know how to explore their own bodies. And so sometimes some women are with people for very long, or with a male for a very long period of time, and they are not able to have an orgasm with that person, and they think that there's something wrong with them. And let's say that they decided, well, maybe it's because I'm gay. And so then they go to try to explore the other side to see, well, it must be this. The reason why I can't get this is because I must be this. And there's just so many dynamics to the sexual experience that I can see. Like when I cut these videos, I have to cut them in silence. Like, I can't hear what's happening because I have children. So I have to cut the videos and just hope that they turn out well. But there's so many aspects to the sexual self. There's so many aspects to loving yourself. And if for instance, a woman doesn't know how to, for a man, it's a little bit easier. It's like on the outside, it's like right there, but for a woman, it can be a little bit more challenging. And so a woman might go to another woman and say, show me what you got, like, show me what to do. And it can be an educational experience. It doesn't have to be now you're gay or anything. It could be like, I just need you to show me some things about myself that I don't understand. It's like going to a sex therapist and kind of exploring, like, how do you masturbate? You know what I mean? How do you do this? And what are some ways that you might be missing or you might not be doing? So I was explaining to this person I was reading for, and I was saying that if a person can do it for themselves, then they have better luck when they're with a partner, and not putting all that stress on the partner as being like the partner's responsibility to do this for them. Instead, it becomes more collaborative experience, a more equal give and take. Then the partner is an addition to what is happening with the sense of self. So this right here, although it is a very sexual energy, it is actually an exploration of the self and loving yourself. And so with those people who have trouble with intimacy or has narcissistic tendencies, then what you're exploring is how to love yourself, like fully love yourself in an unconditional way, unconditional love of thyself. And so that is it's the same energy, it's the same exploration of what is happening right now on the planet. It just depends on where you are at in your timeline and where you are at in your own sexuality and where you are at in your own self-love. That is it too. So if you've done a lot of work on yourself and you love yourself more, then those people are really learning about how far their sexuality could go. Whether they're with their heterosexual partner, or they're with their bi partners, or they're with their same-sex partners. They're just figuring out who they are. And I think the more that you can have an Aquarian kind of aspect in this, and you can be more open to how you feel about this, I think the smoother it's going to go for everybody. So it's like almost role-playing as if you guys are both in middle school or something like that. Instead of coming to it with such, I know everything, or I've been with several partners, or I'm so amazing at this, I'm like a god in the bedroom. Instead of being like that, you can be like, hey, let's role-play and pretend like we are middle school kids, and we have no idea, like we found this thing in my parents' bedroom. What do you think it could be? You know? And then you're like, I don't know, and you start to use that tool or whatever on each other and saying, well, is it for you? Is it for me? What do you think they do with this thing? And then the partner can say, well, one time I saw, like on a video that my dad had on VHS, I could barely see it I was looking at HBO and I could barely see it, but I think that they were doing it in this way. Like, can I try that on you? And it's a very big time of exploration and really kind of moving back into, and the reason why I'm using middle school is because a lot of us get stunted in middle school. And so it's like we don't grow from there for some reason, unless we have had a partner and we've had lots of growth because of our trial and error with that person, or our mistakes. And so one of the things that I've also seen in a lot of relationships is there are people who are getting together in their older selves now, and they've noticed all the mistakes that they've made in the past, and now they're able to have a more healthy relationship with someone else because they're like, I made all these mistakes. Like, I didn't know I should go down on a woman for at least 20 minutes to get her really going because we're going to have a more pleasurable experience. You know, I was very selfish in that area. I didn't actually do that, and I realize now that I should. And so there's all of these just different things. Okay, so I should have warned you in the beginning of this video that if you have any children, this is not a video for children to watch. Okay, so watch this on your own time, because I'm going to be talking about things that are not children oriented and that little ears should be listening to. Okay, there's just already too much confusion with the little kids these days. We don't need to make it even more crazy, but if your kid comes to you and says, you know, that they're confused, this is probably the time that would be happening. So just, walk them through that and make sure that is, just clarify the confusion for them, okay? Help them sift through it, because they're little, they don't really know who they are at this point, okay? And none of us really did until we were older. So we have to kind of keep that in mind, okay? And look at us, we're older, and we're all, like, there's people still exploring their sexuality when they're older. Like, they're like, I don't know what sexuality I really am fully. And it doesn't necessarily be that someone is either changing who they are sexually. It could be that they just want to make sure that they're getting everything out of it that they can. I don't know if that sounds weird. I'm going to shuffle one more time because they're telling me to. So it's almost like, are you getting the full experience? You know what I mean? Because like when you masturbate is completely different than when you are with a partner. Unless you're a narcissistic tendency person, then there is no difference, because you're only making love to yourself. You're not making love to the actual partner. So it's an autosexual means that you love yourself. You're actually making love to yourself. So there is really no difference, except for you feel like, there needs to be more intimacy. You feel like you're afraid of like becoming more intimate with that person. So a lot of times people with narcissistic tendencies would rather do it by themselves. So, but for the majority of other people, it's not that way. It's actually what you do with your partner is not completely, but enhances what you've been able to do with yourself. Put it that way. It becomes more to it. So there's just a lot of exploration going on right now. Okay, let's see. We're going to start with Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Now, here's the thing. when I read it like this, you need to listen to all the signs. I'm not going to separate it in any way because we're all living in the same energy. It's just through the windows of everybody's eyes. You need to look at your partner. You need to look at your friends. You need to look at anybody that you might be wanting to have this experience with, okay? And it doesn't mean that you have to actually get physical with your friends. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that... I'm saying that you're going to be sharing these experiences with your friends, like you're going to be talking to your friends about it, you know. And it's interesting, as I've been started to open up the conversations with my friends, I'm starting to learn that, you know, they may have known things that I didn't know, or maybe I knew things that they didn't know, and that's kind of enhancing their experience with their partners. And so that's pretty cool, right? Okay, so before we begin, I want to kind of see where we're at, because it is such a strong energy. We need to see where we're at with these love cards, because that's really what it is. And everybody's, like I said, on a different place, but it's all about expanding our sexuality. It's all about expanding what we are learning about ourselves, of who we are, okay? And I do have to say that people who are bi and gay, you're going to have a very... what do I say? I don't want to say exciting. I want to say busy time. This is a busy time for you, because people are going to probably want to do more threesomes. They're going to probably want to do more things that kind of open them up to just different experiences. That's where we're at right now. It's very crazy. Okay. So the first thing that comes up is the past is now behind us. We're going to release it and embrace new possibilities, a new path to what is available to us, and we're going to follow it with faith. Okay, and that's what people are doing right here. They're trying to follow their intuition and follow their faith. So deep in your heart, you already know the answer, so do what feels right. That's what we're working on here. We're doing the things that feel right. It's like when you're getting with someone and you're intuitive on your next approaches in the bedroom. You're doing what feels right is the direction to go. Like, it feels good to massage that place, or it feels good to lick that place, or breathe on that place, or whatever you feel creatively that you want to do at the time. And that is what heightens this experience like this, right? And that could be male, male, female, female. We're just, I want you to look at the energy that's in this card, right? And it's just really beautiful. Lots of connection. I wouldn't even say necessarily that it's a time of romance. It can be, but it feels more like a time, like I said, one more time, of exploration. We're exploring our bodies and exploring ourselves. Okay, so let's start with Aries. Aries, the energy that you're in is lots of breakthroughs, a lot of success, new ideas, and mental clarity. And so, let me get these really quickly. I just want to do another deck just so that we could, and that sounds like another dick. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? No, I'm just kidding. So it's very silly energy. It's fun. It's fun and nasty at the same time, you know? Okay, I just want to get double cards so I can see what's going on here. Let me just dish these out, and then we'll get to it. Okay, so lots of mental clarity, breakthroughs. Aries is bringing into the equation. If you're working with an Aries, or if you're Aries in your chart, okay, yeah. Okay, hold on real quick. Let me see what goes with that. I'm sorry. So if you have Aries in your chart, or somebody who has Aries, we're talking about lots of success with new ideas. So you're going to be bringing in new ideas to the bedroom. Okay, so maybe you're ordering toys. Maybe you are researching and you've got a list. Like, I have Aries in my chart, so I'll give you, like, my husband, I gave him a list of 19 fantasies for Father's Day. I mean, and it's so funny because it's like so Aries. It's so Aries of me to do that. Like, here's a list. Pick and choose, you know, what would you like to do? You know, all these new fun ideas of things that we've never done before. I did a lot of research trying to figure out new things, right? Okay, so There we go. Got the rest of the cards. Okay, so Aries, here's the rest of that. The Queen of Swords. So we've had and it's upside down. So we've had some things that, so when I first look at the Queen of Swords card and it's upside down, it makes me feel like very cold in the mind, cutting things out, and it could be overly emotional, but I'm not really feeling that. I really feel like it's just cold-hearted. So maybe leaving someone out in the cold, or somebody left you out in the cold, and that was really impeding some problems into the bedroom life. And so now you're like, okay, let's get creative. Let's spark this again and see where we can go from here. Okay. When we're talking about Taurus and what you're bringing to the party here is Taurus, you're accepting some things and moving on and finding peace with the thing that created Five of Cups for you upside down. And Five of Cups upside down. Oh, that is, I'm sorry, I got that. Oh, you got the Five of Cups twice upside down, so it's a lot. So I got two different cards. I just didn't realize that this was a Five of Cups that I just read, but there you go. So you have double Five of Cups, so that's a 10, so that's an ending. So it's an ending to something that you are moving on with, you're finding peace with, you're accepting it, and you're moving on. And that could be anywhere in your sexuality. It could be finding peace with the past, that you didn't really get all of that. I mean, could you imagine being married to someone for a long period of time and having love withheld from you, or love or sex withheld from you, and devalued in that relationship or something like that? It could be that, or maybe you are finding acceptance with your own sexuality. Maybe you maybe you were in a same-sex relationship and you found out that you were heterosexual, or vice versa, and now you're kind of just accepting that. Or maybe you're accepting that, you like to go both ways, and so there's some sort of acceptance that's happening. It doesn't necessarily have to be with that, but it could be just accepting that you didn't get what you wanted, and that you didn't give it to yourself even for a long period of time, and it was something that was very valuable to you, and you're just kind of accepting that, and you're moving on, and you're moving into a place of you're not going to allow that to be it anymore, and you're moving into a place of I'm going to get what I deserve now. I deserve this. Oh, let me put this back up here. There you go. All right, so Gemini, where are you at? So Gemini, you've looked at your unhappiness, and you are seeking some personal closures in this area. Things that you feel like have shortcutted or been delayed. And so you have really had some lack of joy and some dissatisfaction in a certain area, and that's what you're going to be looking at in your sex life. Because sex is a big deal, and it's definitely a big deal in your relationships. And if there was any place that you feel like there was any dissatisfaction, you're going to look at that and say, do I want to continue living in a world of dissatisfaction, or do I want to open myself up? So meaning, have I not allowed myself to be very intimate? Have I not allowed myself that extra mile? So for instance, you can be very mechanical in the way that you have sex, and it could still feel really, really good, and it can still give you an orgasm, but is it giving you the heightened experience that you've really been looking for? Has it really taken you to cloud 9? Has it really taken you to the spiritual level that you've been asking to move towards? And intimacy is what does that, okay? So if you can't feel extreme joy just from being kissed all over in the body, then you should probably explore that. If you can't feel extreme joy from being kissed on the lips and just adored by someone who just wants every part of your body and wants to explore every essence of it, if you can't feel all joy, fullness of all of it, then that's something that needs to explore. Why can't you feel the full joy? And I'm going to tell you, for those of you who are struggling in this area, it's because there's not enough love for self. So you may love yourself conditionally and not unconditionally. And so you need to kind of really look at that aspect of yourself. Do you really love yourself unconditionally? Because how can you feel all of the aspects of love if you don't love yourself unconditionally? It's based on condition. Did I perform well? If I performed well, then I love myself. And instead of, I don't have to perform. This can be an equal give and take. I can allow someone to perform on me without being narcissistic. I can still allow someone to perform on me and get a very heightened experience, and not feel like that I have to perform too, or I have to be the best lover in the world. So I think that that's what you're looking at, Gemini. Do you really get all of the satisfaction, all of the orgasmic experience that you believe is out there through these experiences? You know, or is it that there's just not enough self-love? Okay, I guess that's what they're saying. Like, you need to really look at how much do you love yourself, because you're holding yourself back from the extreme orgasm that you're looking for. Okay, all right. So looking through the eyes of Cancer, and where we're at with Cancer is somebody in the relationship has had a lot of pride. So I'm hearing narcissism, and they have not recognized your efforts and not have been giving you the pleasure. So they were very self-focused and not very pleasurable in the bedroom when it came to you. So somebody was, and that was very painful for you. There's a lot of exhaustion and burnt out in this area where you're almost like, I think it's time for me to leave this situation. There's been a lot of deep contemplation about it. I feel like you've extended yourself, and you are wanting more in this area. So maybe it started out really great, and now it's kind of like teetering off a little bit, and you're like, whoa, 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 horsey, go on back down. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Whoa, whoa, horsey. You know what I mean? So it's like you're wanting more foreplay. You're wanting more orgasmic experience in other ways, not just full penetration. Like, penetration is great for those of you who want that, but you're wanting more foreplay. And men like foreplay too, because it really does heighten the experience. Yeah, we could just go wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, we could just pull it out, stick it in, and be done. And that's great, and you still get an orgasm, but it's very heightened if you can spend some time just really getting in there in just different places and just really making the experience a lot bigger than you've had in the past. And I think that's what you're asking for. You're asking for it to be a lot bigger. Well, maybe not that, but like the experience to be a lot bigger. Okay. Leo, let's move on. So Leo, you've had a lot of strength through this. You have a lot of people that want you to tame their beasts. Like, you have a lot of people who keep coming in and out of your life to show you that there's more to your love life. There's more to it. And I think that you've turned a lot of people away. And I think it would be a good idea. Let me see, Two of Pentacles. Okay, so it'd be a good idea for you to go ahead and adventure into this, but just realize that you might be overcommitted and very disorganized. So that whether that's in your job and your career, that's going to cause problems with this, or it's going to be too many people coming in your direction and too many people wanting to explore their sexuality with you. And you're like, well, I don't really know what to do. So calm down. There's, look at this. People are like, tame my beast. I got my beast down there. I want you to tame it. You know what I mean? Whether you're a guy or girl, they're like, tame this desire inside of me. Tame this energy inside of me. I need you to, release me, is what they're saying. And, but you're just so many people, priorities coming in your direction. You need to really figure out what it is that you want and what you would like to do with this. Like, and not only that, Leo, but what is it? It's great that they want you to do this to them, but what does it do for you? How can you live within this energy for you and not them? Okay, because we're going to be moving into Leo energy in a couple of months, right? A month and a half or something. So how can we get you stable so that you can really live in this energy? It seems a little wild for Leos right now, because Leos are the energy of love, and so it just seems like there's a lot of wildness happening. Virgo, you're looking at your self-protection. So this is about opening you up, Virgo, opening you up to more desirable things for yourself, and stop doing things for yourself. We need other people to do it for you. So, if you're giving a lot of head and then you're not getting anything in return, you need to really look at that, Leo, because there's more equal stuff that need to be happening in here. There's been some delay and some resistance and some stalling in this and some indecision. So what I would do for you is I would go look up different ways to explore your sexuality. Look up some sex therapist stuff that you can find out some things. Get some advice from some porn stars on how to do things. Look at maybe different positions that you may not have known about. Just kind of, you need to open yourself up a lot more than you are. You're very closed off, and so the more you can open yourself up, you're going to get the satisfaction that you're looking for. All right, so Libra. Ooh, Libra, whether you want one or not, you got several offers, or you have the ability to do a threesome. So whether you want to do that or not, I know not all Libras are wanting to do it, but you might get the offer of having a threesome, and you get to make that decision. So not only that, but this could be multiple offers of just like Leo. So you're next to Leo's energy, which is 2 away, where Leo just has multiple offers coming in. A lot of them, it seems like you might as well have a lot of people coming in and just saying, how open you are to a different possibility or a different thing. That's going to take a lot of inner strength because you may doubt yourself in this area in some ways. You might feel a lot of low energy or just raw emotion when it comes to making this type of decision. You don't necessarily have to do anything that involves 3, or you don't have to let an outside influence come in. Libra, I'm also hearing that outside influences of three people are united is causing a problem inside of your sexual experience. So you're not as open or not as big because there's these 3 things that are getting in the way. So, it could be, for an instance, I just happen to know something, so I'll spit it out there. It could be a husband and their kids could be getting in the way of this experience for you. And so it's just not as heightened for you. You may be turned off in some ways because of this. So Libra, I would, if you want to continue to have this very strong sexual desire in this way, I would highly suggest that you, like I said to Virgo, you listen to some sex therapists, you start listening to things to broaden yourself and open you back up so that you can, because the one thing that is saving this relationship is that experience. So start to open yourself up to it so that you can keep strong in this area, because it's a really good place for you. Like, it does ground you and you really like it. So see if you can make the advances, see if you can make the initiatives, see if you could bring in the ideas, see if you could keep it spiced up while this is happening for you, that you have control and that nobody else is interfering into your sex life, that you actually have control over this. Okay? All right. Scorpio. We have the Queen of Swords and the Star. Ooh, and Scorpio is fully naked at this time. Look at you, walking around naked, Scorpio. Ooh. So the King of Swords upside down is, the Queen of Swords upside down is you may have been really overly emotional in this place or very influenced, and that could have made you very cold-hearted. But I do see that you are naked in the photo, and it is the Star card, and that is a freedom. There's a freedom of not having any secrets. Love me for who I am. Love every part of me. When you give head, or it's just like anybody, I learned this when I was learning some stuff, that like when you do something with somebody who's very intimate, like that's very intimate, like giving head or doing some other unmentionables, then what happens is you're accepting the whole part of the person. You're saying that when I do this for you, I accept all of you. I accept your fluids, I accept your dirtiness, I accept your nasty, I accept everything about you. And I think that's what I'm feeling for you, Scorpio, is this feeling of acceptance of the whole body. Whether this is you and your partner, getting through the emotional part of it, getting through the influences and the cold-heartedness, and just saying, you know what, it's almost like this. I'm getting this feeling too that it's like, you know what, if you don't want to do this with me, I'm going to do it with myself, and I'm going to do it right in front of you. Like, I'm going to masturbate right in front of you because I have the opportunity to pleasure myself and I want to, and you get to be involved or not. It's totally up to you. Like, I'm going to do this. And that's the energy that I'm feeling for you. It's like this freedom of just tearing off all your clothes and just being you. I am me, and I love every part of my body. And, you know, if you want to be in this with me, I will love every part of your body too. And I will accept every part of you. So that's beautiful. All right, Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, you are getting all kinds of things rained down on you. And this could be a good thing, and it's a good thing because it's upright, but sometimes we can get overwhelmed with lots of newness coming in and lots of things to explore, okay? So this is wealth and legacy and financial security and long-term success. So in the end, you're going to be very, very successful about this Five of upside down. The Five of Pentacles is... it's recovering from your spiritual poverty. So in your sexual life, you have not allowed yourself to be spiritual. You have not allowed yourself to get to that higher plane, to that higher place that you can really get to. And this could be for fear of intimacy. This could be for just like, it could be any of those things. I'm here. I want to pull just well, I don't really want to clarify. Let me see if I can get any more. I'm just going to look at them real quick. Okay, so this person in the picture is very covered up. They don't want anybody to, so notice that Scorpio was naked. This person is covered up, and this person is curled up into the fetal position. And this person is afraid. So you can see it. They're afraid. And they want this happiness. They want to have the explosion of the biggest orgasms ever. And although they've had orgasms and they have loved themselves, they want it to be more open with something else. So they want to open up and they want to try this because they want to have the explosion, okay? And in a new way, in a new experience. So Sagittarius, I feel like you are ready to take off that cloak. And I feel like it will take some time because there's some self-love that needs to be worked out. There is loving unconditionally instead of conditionally. And don't make somebody try to have to go under those clothes. Like, make it a little bit easier for somebody to come in and really give you the explosion that you want. So my advice to you, Scorpio, is to open up a bit more. If you really want to be orgasmic in this way and you really want this explosion of love, you are going to have to take off your clothes. Like, you're going to have to expose yourself. You're going to have to let people in to things that you are really afraid of exposing. Because that fear is what's holding back the ultimate orgasm. It's what's holding back the most amazing sexual experiences that you could ever have. And so my advice is to this is time. Like, get that negative energy off of you. Get that the negative clothing. Stop hiding in your clothes, and just say, you know what? If this is the time, I'm going to use this energy to really explore my own sexuality and explore who I am. And then this way I can move forward. Okay. So, okay, and I'm hearing this other thing, an exploration of this right here, Scorpio, and I'm not saying that all of you guys are liking a difference than what you're dealing with right now, sexually, meaning maybe if you're in heterosexual that you really want to have more bi experiences or something like that. I'm not saying that all of you guys are, but I am saying that some of you guys may want to open up a threesome of different partners, not because you want to see if you are attracted to the other one in person. Like, maybe you've seen it on video and you're like, you know, I'm wondering if I am attracted to that. And it could be that you're attracted to both. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to turn your whole life around and become, you know, the other. But when we're talking about sex, we're not always talking about a relationship. We're not always talking about intimacy with that person. It doesn't mean that you have to be intimate with another sex or the same sex or anything like that. It could just be like, I love that part of me. You know, like, okay, so I'll take a woman. So say I'm like, oh, I like the breasts, or I like the vagina. I like mine so much, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to be in an intimate relationship or married to a person of that. You just might like it. It might be something that heightens the sexual experience for you, but doesn't mean that that is something that you just want in your everyday life. Okay, I guess that's what I'm saying. It's just, there's a very big exploration component here. It could be that maybe you want to try some prostate stuff. That might be something that you're looking at. And it could just mean that you want to adore the type of body that you are because you love your body so much. It's something to think about, okay? Okay, then we have Capricorn, and there is a feeling of had it all or having it all, and now it's not there, and you're missing something. You're missing something that was like explosive. So where Sagittarius is wanting explosive, you are missing something explosive. So there could be, so Sagittarius, I think that for you, there's going to be creativity in this arena. And this has to do with having the relationship with someone else means knowing your own body so well, knowing what it is that you really want. So if you are in a time of celibacy or a time of not being with a specific partner, which I can see that. What you want to do is make sure that you're using that time to really explore your own sexuality with yourself. So maybe you buy certain toys or something like that. And that was one of the advice that the sexual therapist had said when I was doing my own research about things. She had said to make sure that when you buy any toys that you use them on yourself first before you expect your partner to do it with you. So maybe you are going to be exploring something like that where you are interested in trying something new, but you want to do it with an object for right now, and then maybe you can open that up to your partner. So I feel like there's a lot of self-exploration with the Capricorns happening right now, which is a very healthy thing, and that you will eventually be able to open that up, and it'll be very exciting for your partner, because your partner will be like, oh, that is pretty cool. I appreciate you exploring that about yourself, and we could learn more things. The very Capricorn energy, very responsible for yourself, your ownness. I like that. All right, Aquarius. So Aquarius, we are in a very, talk about responsibility. Aquarius, you're having a lot of nurturing feelings right now. It's very practical though, and it's very responsible and self-disciplined, and it could be, watch out, because it could be a little bit of perfectionism in there, but that's okay. And you're going inside, so this is a lot of more self-exploration as well. When we go inside, we're going inside of ourselves, and that could be like masturbation, right? And taking responsibility. I feel the same energy between Aquarius and Capricorn is taking responsibility for your own sexuality, taking responsibility for your own orgasms, bringing that into the bedroom, and letting your partner know, like, I know how to do this for myself too. Like, I'm really good at doing this for other people, but I sure know how to do it for myself. So don't ever think that I don't. I do. And showing your partner the things that you really, really like by taking care of yourself in front of your partner, and showing your partner, like, this is what I really like. And this is how I like it, side to side. I like it around. I like to go in between. I like to do the come here movement or whatever, you're showing your partner. And it's like, almost like, I hate to say it, but it feels very educational to me, very educational experience where, because you can be so spiritual at times and you can take it to the next level, Aquarius. But at this time, I feel like you are wanting to educate your partner a little bit more. Like, we're going to enhance this and we're going to go in this direction, and let me show you why and how and what and all of these things. And this way you can really know my body to the point where I don't even know my body. Like, here's the thing, Aquarius, for you, I feel like you know your body so well, and you kind of feel like other people, I don't know, some of you, not all of you, other people can't get you to the same place that you can get yourself sometimes. And so I think that you'd be pleasantly surprised if you show your partner exactly what it is that gets you to that place, and let that partner go buck wild on it. And you'd be surprised, it will heighten your sexual experience to the extreme. Okay? And you will definitely feel like you're connected to spirit in that way. All right, Pisces. You have some memories of the past that are holding you strong with your relationship right now. So maybe you're not in a relationship right now that is providing you the sexual experience that you are. Maybe you've been in a stifled relationship. Maybe you've been in a relationship that is withheld. Maybe you've been in a relationship that's devalued. There's something in it, but because you've had such a strong past before this partner, then you had a great exploration before this partner. You are trying to bring that into the relationship. You're trying to become you again. You're trying to initiate more. You're trying to bring in more ideas. You're trying to explain to them, I like to be risky. I like to be, I like uncommon places. I like it to be such a quickie that it's like, I only got 5 minutes before I got to be somewhere. Let's do it right now. It's like that. And, you're bringing in like different poses where you're like, I'd like to do the corkscrew, or I'd like to do the double stuffed, or whatever you're like, because I hear that it's good for you and it's good for me. It's like, you're just bringing in all these new ideas because you're feeling like, when I was younger, I was able to do all of these things. And now that I'm in this relationship that I've been in for a while, I've been very, very stifled in this area. And I feel like I've lost so many years of orgasmic experience. And it's kind of like, I'm not going to lose anymore. You're either going to do this with me or you're not. And you're giving like an ultimatum as well, where you're saying, if we can't do this, then we can't do this. Okay. And you're like, we're great at other things, but this is something that is really important to me. And if we can't expand in this area, then we need to figure out what we're going to do, because this is so important to me. It feels very ultimatum-ish. Okay. So we have the 10 of Wands, where there's going to be lots of communication in this area. 10 of Wands, communication in this area. You feel very responsible of the burden that has been caused. You feel like you have not asked for what you needed to ask for, and you're not going to not ask for it anymore. It's like, I want you to do this to my body. I want you to use this tool on my body. I want you to use this tool and masturbate at the same time. It's like you have all of these great ideas, and you're like, I want to role play this. I want to do this. I want to do this. So if any of you guys get with a Pisces, don't worry, you don't have to come up with anything. Pisces has come up with all of it. Like, I want to do, this is what I want to do. I want to do all of this. And so those of you who are very stifled in your sexual experience at this time, a Pisces would be a great person for you to get with, because they're super creative. They're in a creative energy. They're about taking responsibility for their sexuality, and they're about communicating about it. So Pisces is okay with text messaging certain nasty things. Pisces is okay with telling you how hot you are. So what I'm saying is, if there's any signs here that are stifled in this area, Pisces is such a great place to go, person to be with, because Pisces is ready to do this. Okay, so overall energy. There is a lot of planning for what you want your sexual experience to look like. You're tired of holding on to secrets, tired of holding on to, this is who I am, I want this to be, and you're ready to let that burden go. I'm really tired of holding myself back sexually. I really want to have this just amazing sexual experience. I'm really tired of it. Okay. So there's people breaking free of the darkness that is held on to their sexuality. The body is exposed. It's like, I'm naked, here I am, take me as I am, and let's go. And I want you to adore every piece and part of my body, and I want you to accept every piece of me. I'm tired of living in the darkness. There's been lots of truth that people are understanding about themselves, and they want more of it. They want lots of sudden, unexpected things to come through, very determined and driven and strong. And this is the kind of relationships that people are wanting. They're tired of the timid, shy, secrets. I don't know. Oh, I'm not sure. No, they want to come on strong right now. And it's like, you know what? No more insecurities, no more secrets. Let's bust a nut. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so 8 of Pentacles. And it's funny because I'm Pisces, and I'm the one giving you guys all the direction right now. And I'm the one like opening up my sexuality to like give you all of this. So it's so funny that it really does ring true. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles coupled with all of that is we're all learning. We're all learning, and sometimes there's going to be some really repetitive tasks, like moving back and forth a whole lot of times before you actually figure out that, you know, oh, maybe I need to do it a different way. Like a lot of repetitiveness, a lot of repetitive tasks, and a lot of skill development in this area. Like we're all going to level up in our sexuality and move into a different space. And so use the partners that you're with right now to really understand who you are in your sexuality. If you need to learn about intimacy, use your partner. Let your partner guide you through intimate things, guide you through intimacy. And if you feel uncomfortable, just let your partner be the rock to that uncomfortability. There you go. Is that even a word? Let your partner guide it. Let your partner, you know, I'm going to try again. Let your partner keep trying again. Like, for instance, if hopefully you're with a partner that can be like, I'm going to initiate like all the time. And I don't care how many times you tell me no. I'm going to continue to initiate all the time because I want to be with you every day, all the time, every minute of the day, right? And so especially if you've been in a relationship for a long period of time and you guys have learned some ugly habits, it's time for you to break through those habits and say, you know, and if it gets to be too much, just tell me to stop, or you know, I can slow down a little bit. But what I want to do is create the opportunity as many times as possible for us to connect, for you to learn intimacy, for me to learn more about my body, for you to learn more about your body, for more opportunities of acceptance in this area so that we can really move through this. What a crazy ass reading. All right, I want to get these love oracle cards. And then I do want to pull some cards on each sign about what your sexual lover is really thinking about you, okay? On each sign. What is each sign thinking? Actually, I want to do what is each sign thinking at this time. Let's do that. That's even better. Because that way if you're looking to say, oh, well, my lover is an Aries, or oh, my lover is a Gemini, or oh, my lover is a Pisces, or a Leo, or a Cancer, you can know exactly what they're thinking. And if it's time for you to initiate an approach. Okay. Okay, so what they're saying is, so it's interesting because the card I got was wait, but that's not what they're saying. They automatically said prolong is actually what they're trying to say. So it's like prolong the orgasm. Make it so big that by the time it releases, it's like explosive. So it's like make it build up, you know. I want there to be a lot more text messages. I want there to be a lot more touchy-feely. I want there a lot more of you telling your person how hot they are. Oh my gosh, when you do yoga, I'm so wet. You know what I mean? I want you to use that type of language. I want you to use, I can't wait to do such and such to you. And I can't wait for these toys to come in because I can't wait for you to use them on me, or I can't wait to use them on you, or I can't wait to vibrate in this energy with you. And, you know, so because they're saying like if you can prolong it, and the more you can, I guess what they're saying is like the more you can extend the foreplay and have turtle sex. Turtle sex is like, if you ever watch turtles have sex, it's like super slow. And there's, you know, I'd learned that a lot of guys actually do like that. I did not know that. I thought they all liked it fast and hard and whatever. But they said that there's like this intense sexual energy of just going really slow, like in and out, and slow with the experience, slow with your foreplay, and slow with your everything. The more you can prolong that, the bigger the orgasm becomes. So that's kind of the thing. And they're saying that the more you do this with each other, the more you're going to want it. So at first it might feel very stagnant and like scary and like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can even ask. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can even initiate. I don't know if he or she's going to want me to, you know, touch him there. I don't know if he or she's going to want me to write that message. Oh, I don't know. But the more you do it, and the more that they get pleasure out of it, and the more that people are living in this sexual energy, because remember, sexual energy creates manifestation and abundance. So I think like the whole planet is about to manifest something big, and we're all orgasming this energy that we can manifest something really huge on the planet, because the planet is just suffering. And I really feel like it's just like, let's get all these orgasms going so that we can do it all at the same time, and then we can create a huge manifestation on the planet right now. Very exciting energy. But what they're saying is the more you do it, the more they're going to want it. It's going to become addictive. It's like, oh my gosh, I want you inside of me. Oh my gosh, I forgot what that felt like. Oh my gosh, I want you to lick me. Oh my gosh, right? Like, I can't wait to feel that way again. Like, I have been building and boiling up inside, and now I'm just ready to explode all over the place. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's like I said, let me get these cards, and let's get what Aries and all these signs are actually really thinking when it comes to wanting to be with their lover. Okay. All right. This is going to be a long reading. It's going to take me a while to post this, but I hope you guys enjoy it. And I hope that you learn so many things. And I really do think that you should take advantage of looking at sex therapists online. I really do. I learned so much. I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. Like about certain things. And I tell my friends, I'm like, hey, did you know this? They're like, yeah, I've been doing that all the time. I'm like, oh, like I did not know that. I'm like, I need to up my game. You know what I mean? Like, what is up with this? Okay. All right. And you got to read the energies of what your people are saying when it comes to sex. And I am going to also get this second one. And those of you who are really inhibited, I would suggest booking an appointment with me so that we can release your trapped emotions. If you're really, really inhibited at this time and you can't seem to really open yourself up and get sexual, you should meet with me, and we will work on that sexuality, okay? We will work on releasing the emotions that are keeping you stuck from having orgasmic experiences, or the fullest orgasmic experience that you can have. We'll work on that, okay? All right. So Aries, I have tried telling you the truth so many times, but I just cannot for some reason. So there's a lot of holding back energy of not being able to tell you everything that they want sexually. And so maybe they will, you know, like I'm Aries and I did. So I think that Aries might be coming out. And they're saying that the desire that I want so deeply is a desire that I want for me. So Aries may be working on getting the orgasmic experience for themselves at this time. So if you have an Aries partner, I would highly suggest working on pleasing them as much as possible, because if you do, then you're going to have an extremely orgasmic experience with them. Like, they really need you to spend just a little bit more time on them, okay? Or a lot, depending on your Aries. Okay, so Taurus is saying that they want to feel you so strongly that they can taste your essence. That they don't want to forget it. Like they want to swallow your seed, and once they do, they know they will never forget it. Okay, so basically in that way. Okay, and if you're a woman and you don't have seed, just take it, you know, the way that you would take it. They want to taste your essence. They want to taste what's inside of you. They want to taste all of you. So there you go, Taurus. Can I be a Taurus? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so Gemini. Gemini says that when I'm with you, okay, hold on. Gemini has very deep feelings for someone, and they want them to know. And they're ready to pay you back. They are ready to give it back to you. Like, they are like, you have opened me up so much. I want to open you up now. I want to spread you apart and open you up and be nasty with you. You know what I mean? Like, they want to show you how much they've been hiding from you. They want to show themselves now. So Gemini is in the energy of Gemini might be contacting someone, and someone that they wanted to. This is not for everybody, but there may be a Gemini out there that wants to contact someone because they feel so sexually desirable to this person, so sexually attracted to this person, stuck into this energy of sexual something with this person. And they may, a Gemini might even be contacting someone not to be with that person in particularly, but so that they could get the orgasmic experience with themselves. Even that would be another thing that I can see is that. So Gemini, I feel like with you, and I just worked with a Gemini earlier really quickly. Gemini, you might be wanting to work on the sexuality for you. Not necessarily for the other person, although you would love to give this person everything, you know. It's in the same sense, it's like you want to work on the sexuality that you have with yourself. It's about you, I guess is what I'm saying. It doesn't necessarily mean that you just want to masturbate and that's all, but I'm just saying like there's something in it for you that you want to expand upon and within yourself. You're tired of not having the fullness of it and depriving, there's the word, depriving yourself from it, okay? Cancer, I feel so much joy with you inside of me. It's like I'm a kid again. Ooh. And I don't want you just by my side. I want you inside of me. Cancer. Okay. Let's see, Leo. I remember you. And you're not my secret passion anymore. I'm ready to let the secret be known. I'm ready to get out there. I remember who you are. I want you. I wanted you then. I wanted you all of these years, and I want you now, right? So that's kind of the feeling behind that. Doesn't mean that you necessarily say all of those things, Leo, but there's a very deep, passionate, and it was a secret at one time, but I really believe that you're done with secrets. You're ready to, you want to come. Like you want this, right? All right, so Virgo, I live for your smile and would die for your kiss. Of course you do. Virgo, I was not looking for something like, I was looking for something like this because the card's upside down. So some of these cards I have to read upside down and then feel the energy about what they're saying. So Virgo, you're wanting something deep, okay? You are living for other people's smiles and dying for their kisses, and I want you to work more on living for yourself and getting everything that you need. And I know that you're looking for something like that. That something that, you can really dive into. Ooh, you can dive into. There you go. Virgo men want to dive into, and Virgo women want to dive into them, or vice versa, or you want to dive into something. I don't know. There's a lot of diving going on in the Virgo collective. All right, Libra. Okay, Libra wants someone to be there for them and take care of them. So, Libra, it's funny because, so I guess what I'm getting is that you want someone to be there for you and there to take care of you sexually, okay? And this is not just sexually, it could be like in other areas as well. And it's like you found this person and you just want this person to intertwine with you now, like become one with you. That when you guys are together, you want this experience to be more unified. And I think that's where you're like, it's almost like you can be very mechanical in your sexual experience, but I think that you want all of this person. You want the whole part of this person to intertwine with you, and the feminine, masculine parts of you to really intertwine, and you want to orgasmic at the same time. Like it's a very I want this to happen at the same time. I don't want me to orgasm and you orgasm. I want to orgasm with you at the same exact time. I want it to be so passionate that I'm withholding back your orgasmic experience and my orgasmic experience. So to the time we go 1, 2, 3, bam. And then it's explosive. That's like the Libra. Libra's gone. Okay, Libra. I got some Libra in my chart. All right, Scorpio. You are a diamond of immense strength and beauty. You're really looking at your body now in the mirror, and you're loving your body. And so this you're seeing yourself as a diamond of immense strength and beauty. My boobs are diamond-like. You know what I mean? I have a lot of strength in my pelvic area. Something like that. Or if you're a male, you're like. I have the diamond is the diamond, right? The diamond place of you. So, that could be your prostate. It could be a diamond. It could be the immense strength that's coming out of your penis, right? Okay, or maybe the diamond experience. Okay, so Scorpio, you are not my usual type, but I like it a lot. So remember I told Scorpio that you might be dealing with a lot of people who are just exploring sexually, and it could be heterosexuals, bisexuals, same partners. But you're gonna look at the person and be like, you're not my usual type, but I would like to explore with you for sure. Okay, yeah, let's try this. No big deal. Very open, non-secretive type of energy coming from Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius. Somebody wants you to give in to their touch and their taste and your lust, and you have to decide on whether or not that is going to meet your needs, of whether or not that is something that you really want to dive into. It's something that you really want. This is not a relationship that you've had in multiple lifetimes. It's a relationship that you brought into this lifetime to be able to have this experience. So especially those people who are a loner in the bedroom, there's connection here. You're wanting to learn some sort of experience with someone that they're wanting to give you a lot, and you have to make the decision on, is that what you want to do? Okay? Because it's upside down for you. So it's saying that you're not really sure that you want to give into this at this moment, and that's okay. All right, Capricorn, you are my dream come true. I am shocked at your existence. And love isn't always on time. Please be patient with me. So remember I told you there's some stalling energy in the Capricorn collective, that you're going to be working with loving yourself more, because there's some stalled energy in the relation and in the dual partnership category or triple partnership or whatever. But they are shocked at somebody's existence. There is a dream coming true if you don't have it already. And, there's something like that. Okay. Aquarius. But Aquarius is burning for passion for themselves right now. And because here's the thing is they don't want to build it all. I guess there's in the orgasmic experience, Aquarius, I feel like what I'm seeing from these cards and what I'm feeling is you get to a certain place with your orgasm with your partner, but it doesn't go all the way the way that you give it to yourself. So you're feeling very passionate about yourself more and how you do it for yourself more than you're actually getting from your partner. It doesn't mean that you're not getting orgasmic experience or you're not getting this joy. I just feel like you can get more off from what you're doing with yourself. And what we had talked about before, Aquarius, is go ahead and make sure you're doing, show them what you need, show them what you want, show them how dirty you can be or whatever. Open up a little bit more, and that'll bring in what you're looking for. All right, Pisces. What I would give to run my fingers through your hair. Which hair? All the hair. And there is a deep connection between us, and it used to feel like, and it's not strange though, like it's very familiar. So there's somebody that Pisces is dreaming about, that they want to touch them. They want to run their fingers all through their body, through their hair. This is a hairy dude, hairy person. I don't know, hairy woman. Maybe got a lot of hair down there in those 70s bush. I'm not sure exactly what it is, what you guys are doing here. But whatever you are, Pisces, you want to run your fingers through this person's hair. Like you want to feel, like if it's a man, you want to feel their manliness. You want to feel that manly hair. You want to, you want to, when you kiss them, you want to put your fingers through their hair and you want to grab them and you want to kiss them, like bring them to you and like, you're mine, And that's the kind of the feeling that I have. It's very passionate. And it's not strange though, like you've been on the planet with this person before. You are ready to, I've learned the lessons that I need to learn, and now I'm ready to do it with you. And so there's a lot of passion. Also, Pisces, I'm feeling for you too, is that you want to touch somebody that you can't touch, or that you feel like you can't touch. You want to get really passionate with someone that it feels very familiar and it feels really good to do, but there might be some feeling of holding back for some reason. And so we need to work through that, right? Okay, well, I hope you guys liked this reading. If you liked it or you're entertained in some way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And on the screen is the original video that I did about this energy that I just did like last week. And I hope that you guys have a great sexual experience and that you get to learn a lot about your bodies and a lot about what it feels to be sexual, what it feels to be orgasmic, and all of that. So have a great day. Bye.